Well, I know this video's more related to what she's buying next, but before we get the new vehicle, figured we'd take a little moment to talk about this one. Bought it with $129,000. It's got $235,000 on it now. It's taken us to Florida like 4 times. Heck, well, in 5.5 years, put over 100,000 miles on it. It's done us pretty good. Impalas need maintenance all the time. Random junk, wheel bearings and tie rods and struts and HVAC actuators, but other than that,
every other day.
Yeah. Other than that, it's been a good car. Got decent gas mileage for being V8 mode all the time, and like I said, it's got 235,000 on it now. So she's, if it wasn't for it just being, I mean, it's kind of rusty underneath. So if it wasn't for that, I was gonna buy it off of her to drive for like a winter gas getter daily kind of thing, but don't need to. Could just get another one day if I want. But it's been a good car. I know this car wasn't on the channel much. It was just kind of always in the background. We did
much to do to it.
Yeah, we did a couple videos with it. Time for something bigger and better.
No, don't break it.
R.I.P. Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
What are you ready for?
To buy a Cadillac Escalade.
Alright, good morning guys, what's going on? So we just woke up in the car. We in fact flew to Denver from Michigan, and then got a rental car and are heading to Goodland, Kansas to head to a Chevy dealership that has a Escalade that my wife is gonna buy as long as we get there and it's good, which I'm sure it's gonna be. I've dove into this one pretty good amount. So as long as it drives pretty good and there's no issues with certain things, we'll probably be taking it home. It's been kind of a wild one. We flew to Denver from Michigan at like 10:30 was our flight, 10:24 was our flight. Got to Denver at Denver time at 11:15ish. Then got some food and got in a rental car from Denver to Goodland. It's like another 2.5 hours, and the dealership doesn't open until 8 o'clock. We had like 5 hours just to kill non-driving, which obviously we used for sleeping, but we didn't want to sleep in the airport. After everything was said and done, after we getting a shuttle ride and walking through the airport and all this kind of stuff, we got the rental car at like about 1, and I drove for maybe an hour till I couldn't drive anymore and pulled off into a rest area and slept in the car for 4 hours. And now we got still got an hour and a half left to go. It's 6:30. We're gonna drive to Goodland, Kansas and see the Escalade in person for the first time. It should be fun. All right, to the floor. All right, guys. Well, unfortunately, this is where I'm gonna have to apologize. As soon as we got to Detroit, I noticed editing this video that apparently once we got there, everything after getting to the airport in Detroit, my camera decided to go corrupt. None of the files I had
from this trip that I took on my actual camera saved. They're all gone, disappeared. Luckily, I did take some videos on my phone, as you're seeing now, and a lot of the stuff was recorded on my phone. I did both, just for like the ease of what I had next to me. I would just grab it and record with it. So thankfully I did that, and I have some actual recordings of this trip. Nonetheless, we got to Goodland, Kansas about 8:30 in the morning and picked up the Escalade. It's a 2018 6.2 10-speed Escalade. It's got like 80,000 miles. Very clean. It's a southern west vehicle its whole life, so no rust. The frame could use another coating, but other than that, it's not rusty or anything. It just some of the coating is missing. But as far as the body goes, the body is very straight and no rust or nothing. That's what we were looking for. Other than that, I missed a lot of the rollers. I took a lot of rollers of this in the trip, and a lot more scenery footage and kind of stuff like that. We ended up from Goodland, Kansas, which is kind of on the west side of Kansas. Actually is on the west side of Kansas. We took the rental car and the Escalade another 5.5 hours to Kansas City. That's where we stopped for the night, hung out in the city, as you'll see in the next couple of, I did record some of that stuff on my phone, so you'll see some of that footage here soon. Got to Kansas City, dropped the rental car off, and stayed the night, and then drove home. Like I said, sorry, I'm pretty bummed that my camera decided to go corrupt, and a lot of the footage is gone. A lot of the rollers and a lot of explaining. At the end of this video, though, I'll show you in depth of kind of what the Escalade looks like and go over some stuff with you and whatnot. So, yeah. Thanks for the Uber ride. Where are we going?
21C Museum Hotel.
Wow. Fancy.
$100 for the ride.
Ouch. That's steep.
Sorry. You want to ride in style, you gotta pay the price.
That's fair, I guess. Why is this phone junk? Alright, let's get a room check. Coffee water station. Kind of big bedroom area. Couch. Decent. TV. Is the 6th floor the top floor? It's either the top or the second top. I don't know. View, not bad. At least there's not a building right in front of us. Bathroom, pretty good. Good sized shower. Another freaking window. What are we doing for dinner? I'm hungry.
Something with garlic.
Something with garlic. That's very vague. Alright, went to this place called Q39. It's a barbecue place. Food is fantastic. Fries are great. Beef tip sandwich. Breadcrumbs, 5 cheese mac and cheese. We got flame grilled barbecue salmon. How is it?
So good. And Zach's grandma makes this at home. And this is so good. Just like hers. Except she makes it better because she makes it with love.
This is great. So, last night after that barbecue place, we kind of just went to another bar, had a couple drinks, and then ended up just going to sleep. It was nice to go to bed at like 10:30. Had to get up at 8 this morning. Not early, but get a good amount of sleep. And so we got a 13-hour day ahead of us today. So we've already been on the road for a little bit. Just stopped at a rest area quick. About to go through St. Louis. We're going St. Louis, Indianapolis, and then through 69 up 69 all the way home. So like 20 minutes longer, but no tolls. So gonna go that way. And man, I cannot wait to get this black stuff off these wheels. It doesn't look terrible, but it ain't as good as a chrome. Not in our opinion. So all right, filled her up. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the DOD on this thing because we don't need that. All right, guys. Well, we brought the vehicle home, and like I said, I did a entire like walk around and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it's just an Escalade, but I still wanted to go through it with you guys and all that. And like I said, my camera, all my files were corrupted after the airport. So now that I'm editing this video, this is the last, well, technically this is the second to last video that I have that I'm being caught up on. She bought the Escalade in November, and I just am now getting around to posting it. And this is like the final video to being caught up. But it is now February, and it is like, let me show you guys outside right now. It is nasty.
It doesn't seem that nasty, the camera. Good grief. I need a new phone, guys. This is crap. The drifts are nasty. Like, it's bad out there. But anyways, that being said, this is the Escalade. We took the plasti dip off. So we got the chrome back. As you guys can see outside, it is filthy. So 18 Escalade, 6.2, 10 speed. I already bought her a rear lowering kit, a rear leveling 2-inch drop lowering kit for the rear to level it, to lower it in the rear. And then the plans for it she has is pretty much when time is right, put a Whipple on it. Whipple, mild cam with a cam that doesn't need a converter, like a stage 1 BTR or something. Cam, lower it a little bit and do a full exhaust and just be a badass daily driver. That's kind of the goal with it. Super happy that she ended up wanting this. I'm a huge SUV guy. I love SUVs. I used to have a Yukon, and I still want to buy a Yukon. Again, it was an 03. Lower it and turbo it and 408 and stuff like that. Make it just a sick on like 22s. Yeah, it's got 80,000 miles. It's very clean. It's dirty, but it's clean. It was Texas vehicle and then California vehicle and then Kansas vehicle. So this is what I meant by like the frame just needs another coating. The GM coatings wore off. But otherwise, I don't know if you can see it at all, but like there's where the pinch welds are, there's not a lick of rust, not even chipped paint. The rockers are completely solid. And it's an 18, but I've seen some Escalades that have already started rusting. Especially the longer ones that have the door stop and then go back to fender and they rust right down there. This one's got a door, so it's a little harder for it to rust. This is not the extended version, obviously. This is just the short version. But yeah, this is the wife's new daily. Got it tinted already, and these are the 22s we both liked. So yeah, I'm gonna lower it. I'll put the lowering kit in the rear here pretty soon. And then next step is either exhaust or the lifter's already ticking a little bit, so we might end up doing a cam. She might end up doing a cam first. We'll kind of see whatever comes first, but yeah, other than that, this is what the inside looks like. She got the black interior. The dash, I don't have the key. Actually, I do have the key. It's right there. The dash on 10-speed vehicles, 18 and up, are the best for sure. The 14 through 17s are just kind of awkward in my opinion. Not bad, but just kind of awkward. It's got a heads-up display, CarPlay, all that kind of stuff. It's got an aftermarket DVD thing, which I'm not the most fond of. And it is kind of bulky, and I do hit my head on it every now and then if I get in the back. But otherwise, moonroof. Pretty standard. Heated, cooled seats, all that kind of stuff. Very, very comfortable. MagneRide sucks to replace, but wow, was it comfortable to drive. And I didn't really realize this. I've driven a lot of Escalades, but I've never actually driven one for a long period of time. It's got sport mode, and sport mode doesn't only change the powertrain stuff, the ECM and TCM, how it shifts and throttle response, all that. It actually stiffens the suspension up, and it's very noticeable. Tour mode, it'll float. I mean, we live in Michigan, worst roads in the country. And tour mode, it'll just float over bumps. And you put that thing in sport, and it's like riding in my Camaro. It is stiffer than all can be, and I love it. It handles and drives like a big car, about 80, 85. It stiffens the steering wheel up, so it's like the steering wheel is about as hard as a rock. It's just awesome. I didn't realize sport mode on Escalade actually did more than just the powertrain stuff. So that was kind of cool to figure out on the drive home. It was cool to do buying two vehicles out of state last year in 2024. Bought my Camaro in California in January, and then she bought this in November in Kansas. I love doing that stuff. It's so much fun. Finding a good deal on a very clean vehicle, and then making a cool trip out of it. Someplace you've never been, you might not ever go, but it's a win-win-win. You get a vacation, you get to, I mean, we never fly because we drive everywhere, so flying's fun when we're going to buy a vehicle, and you get to go somewhere and travel and pick up a new car and bring it home and experience it. And it's a blast. It's so much fun. All of the vehicles I buy, I'm gonna do that with. And just search nationwide. And wherever a good deal is on a very clean vehicle, I'm sold. I'll be there. So yeah, that's about it for this video. Next video is gonna be very informational and very important to watch. So stay tuned for that. Otherwise, hope you enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next video.